Hey Libra, how are you guys? Okay, so this is just pre-shuffle. I'm going to put these back and we're going to lay out a spread. Okay, Six of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Seven of Cups. So the Three of Swords came out. This is just pre-shuffle. It may or may not, apply to the reading. But this is heartbreak. It's pain. I mean, there's a lot of just fighting it, fighting the pain. I feel like somebody maybe even chanting or talking to themselves, manifesting, wishing they could undo, go back, like a redo. There's a journal. Never even saw that. And it's raining, so interesting. All right, so I'm also feeling pages. Pages are all about communication. So I feel like somebody is really wanting to hear from the other person, but I know we all do that, but this is very extreme, even desperate's not the right word, but there is an element of just feeling desperate, what can I do? I also feel like somebody is figuring out that they weren't quite as flawless in the situation as they, thought they were, or were seeing things at one time. Six of Swords. Leaving a difficult situation. So this has an... Okay, well that's your current energy. Two of Wands. Or that's, I'm sorry, recent past is Six of Swords. Current energy, Two of Wands. That's decision, which way to go. Oh, that was the little kid walking past. That was cute, huh? Okay, Page of Swords. There's one of the pages. I'm feeling a lot of page energy, a lot of mental, it's not just communication. Hold on, you guys, 1 second. This is how you feel. Okay, so maybe this person is you. It's not them. Flip the roles if you need to. It could be the person. But this is, it's a fierce wanting to talk, Page of Swords. The Page of Swords is the one that spies and is inquisitive. They check the others out online. This is intense energy I'm picking up on. And it's about, it's big time what to do. Okay, I know I'm stuttering a little bit. How others view you, the Fool card. Oh, okay, that wasn't something spooky, I don't think. I think I kicked something. Let me see. I don't know what just happened. Hold on. I'm sorry, guys. Hold on. That's never happened. Oh, okay, there. Hopefully. Okay, that was a little weird. So, how others view you, the Fool card. So, young, maybe naive, carefree, letting go of too much, maybe you're a little too forgiving. Oh, I feel like somebody's going to get mad at me for saying that. Maybe avoidance. So we got avoidance. Maybe avoid conflict. Make everybody happy. Six of Wands. Somebody that wants to please others. So you kind of, looks like you have an element, you have an energy of being viewed as easy-going, non-confrontational. This is success or being recognized. I mean, looks like you have a really strong energy or persona of being very likable. Maybe you haven't spoken your mind. about what your needs are. We've got the Death card, and endings is holding on by a string. Yeah, somebody here is like holding on by a string. I think this is kind of crazy because I was getting so much energy from this Page of Swords. And then see how that sword is up? And then it's like there's this holding on by a string. This has a little bit of an element of, I don't care if it ruins it for like, you know what, maybe if I do something or take action, it's going to ruin it forever. But that's how, like, going crazy somebody is about what's happening. Here's the Eight of Wands. So if that's you, I'm going to have to lecture you a little bit here about how not to be stuck, okay? Hopefully it's them, not you. So what you cannot see, there's bickering, fighting. So it looks like there's a lot of avoidance, like almost like burying your head in the sand. Don't really want to accept it the way it is. And then here's bickering, avoidance, or not avoidance, bickering. It could be competition. Tarot's advice is to use self-control, which is really kind of strange because that typically is you guys. Five of Cups. We're going to clarify, so don't get, too crazy with these cards. See, there's like a sense somebody's just not, and maybe it's the person, but somebody's just not getting it. They're just not like taking the time to really believe what was said and accept that whatever the cause is, like, is kind of being left with a, it feels like somebody was left with a not understanding what went wrong, but somebody also may be looking, at things through rose-colored glasses. Tell me more. Yeah, it's kind of like, I just love this person no matter what, and that might be something that needs to be, developed, worked on. There's another pentacle. I think there's no need to rush because I think that there's some learning about words that were spoken that didn't need to be, that should have been heeded. Eight of Pentacles. So there's that one I was feeling earlier, like somebody's just putting in a lot of effort. I think that they shouldn't be putting in to a situation. Because you could push it, somebody could push the other over the edge. I mean, this is happening all the time. Look at that, another 5. There's a major message about self-control and let things progress without, and this could be the other person, without putting somebody on the defense. It doesn't mean you have to let go. Let's start clarifying. Why do we have the Six of Swords? What's going on with that in the recent past? I mean, we already know somebody fled or left. And if this is all about, you got to take what resonates and leave what doesn't, because some of it will, but not all of it probably will. But if this is about not knowing like what happened, we're going to try, that is part of this reading, I'm sure. We're going to get more detail on that, okay? So here we go, Two of Swords. Two of Swords, it's being blocked, but not sure why. So I think somebody, it's so weird because there's supposed to be a lot of cross-watcher, but it feels like somebody is just not able to distract themselves or stop thinking about a painful ending. Somebody wants to fix it really bad. So, I mean, why do we have the Oh, hello. Look who's here. Say hello. Look at the camera, Callie. Can you look at the camera? Let's see if I can get her to look at the camera. She has one green eye and one blue eye. Callie, can you look at the camera? She won't. Okay. You can't sit right there. Sorry, guys. I figure some of you are cat lovers like me, so why don't you come sit right here? This is odd. She's been really clingy and she feels real frail, like she's okay. Like I'm always like, I thought she was a lot older than she apparently is. So I'm always like, when she gets real frail and light and clingy, I always worry that she's like, you know, like she's gonna die. I mean, not like immediately, but I always worry about that with her because I didn't think she would live this long. She's my grandmother's rescue. And then, but they thought I mean, I've had her for 10 years and they thought she was 10 years old, you know? So I always worry about that. Anyway, she's just very clingy. She's very clean. Like even when I go to the bathroom, she's coming in there and she doesn't usually do that. So anyway, sorry for that. I feel like there's an element of somebody might be pushing you away or vice versa, instead of just letting things play out, something like that. They're just that wants communication, but that communication is actually feeling like pressure. So if it's you really pushing for communication and the other person is avoiding, then now you know that's, you know, look at this Fool card, you know, take note that not allowing that space, being totally uncomfortable with that space, is you need to allow that space. That space is going to be the best thing because the pressure is pushing someone close to, and you know, a real true long-term ending, something like that. So back up is what I'm thinking. So I do feel like there is love here. Look at that, Ten of Pentacles. But see, somebody is hiding something, like maybe an addiction, or hopefully they're not hiding a family. We've got the Ten of Pentacles here, but we've got the Devil, and there's heartbreak, and somebody is like, this has kind of got that fake it till you make it, and if, you know, that works for you. I'm not saying yay or nay to that. I'm just saying what I'm getting. I also think there might be a tower in somebody's world that somebody's trying to rebuild, that they are like kind of doing that thing like, well, if I can just get through this, then I can get back to my friends, stuff like that. I feel like I was getting something else when there, that Ten of Swords. Somebody is trying like heck to avoid a long-term ending, but the best bet here is going to be to allow it to breathe. Let it breathe. Write that down if you need to. Let it breathe. How does this person feel towards Libra? Back and forth. Knight of Swords. Look at that. Back and forth. Ten of Cups. They either feel you're that way, there's the Devil again. Childish, naive. So we got two elements here of looking like there's some naivete. Why did this person flee or leave? Seven of Pentacles. I don't think they think it's over. What is this? Seven of Pentacles is maybe they've had a financial strain. I hate to say stuff like that. I don't like to put stuff like that in heads, but that's what's coming through. There's some sort of financial There's some sort of waiting. Let's see, what is this person waiting for? Wow, blocked. Yeah, so they're stuck in their head too, but about what? The Emperor. This person, okay, so there's definitely an element of somebody feels like there was indecision, and I think somebody played games and the other person didn't go along with those games so well. And so there is a major lack of communication, and now there's one person here that's like, that feels totally misunderstood and is totally in their head, can't stop thinking about it and how to make it right. But there is an element of being blocked, because we had that twice. And that came out by, oh, they might be upset that you blocked them. Did you block them? And maybe they're kind of like not in a secure enough place to like have this in and out or blocked energy. Yeah, and that could explain why somebody's so desperate to just like talk it out. Yeah, desperately like juggling. The Magician. This is a little crazy. Somebody is definitely feeling like, I can't stand it I mean, that's just what this is screaming. I can't stand it anymore. I have to express my love. I have to tell somebody. But somebody else is not really trusting it, because it was inconsistent, or because there was games, or lack of showing emotion, something like that. Ugh. Okay, so this is kind of hard. Let me see. Let me grab an oracle. Sometimes these oracles will pull it all together. But somebody is manifesting big time communication. But the other person is, I mean, I don't really want to say pouting, but it's almost like, well, it's too many reasons. It's like, well, I've got too much going on here, or I've got this money. Somebody's feeling really insecure about the other one's, being secure with the relationship. What do you need to release, waning moon? North Node, step out of your comfort zone. Well, Libra, I think this person is just really trying to get their act together. They're struggling with sad, past trauma or trigger. That's what it is. Somebody's baggage triggers the other person's baggage. But totally in their head about worrying that it's over, and like there's a fear of security here. It's kind of like, well, whoever it is, your tendency to block and unblock or to be inconsistent triggers someone else's like abandonment issues. But also, there's such a strong element of, oh my God, if I just had a chance to tell you how much I love you. Like somebody's just going crazy wanting to do that. I just want to tell you how much I love you. And I feel also like in the past there's been where this person, one party will reach out, and even though the other one wants to hear from them, they kind of get like, it's like, get angry when they reach out, or get upset when they see the other person having a life or whatever from online that isn't like upset, or that this person could be happy without you, or vice versa. Even though both parties did things that created the conflict. Both parties did something that created the conflict. I mean, that doesn't have to apply to you, but I'm getting that somewhere in here. There was some lack of sharing the real feelings, or, you know, somebody is definitely, you guys trigger each other. You can be a twin flame. Let me grab a twin flame deck real quick. Or do I not have a twin flame deck handy? Let's see. So, to recap, one side is trying to heal and deal with emotional, like, loss, maybe past rejection or abandonment issues. And the other side is someone who has a tendency to just shut down and blow off people. And those two dynamics aren't working out. But I just want to say, I want to interject that everybody just try to have some grace for, oh no, an Amber Alert. Oh, that's so upsetting. Gosh, you guys, everybody, will you guys just take a little second to pray in your mind for that child? If you're not in the US, that alarm goes on everybody's phone when a child's been kidnapped so that everybody can look out for it. You guys are in a twin flame. I just got chills. Oh my God. A lot of you. This is making me cry. Look at this. 6 of Cups. This is a return. This is 4 of Wands. That's why it hurts so much. And that's why somebody acts so foolish. It's not over. But there is a major trigger issue here. 4 of Wands, 11. I grabbed this deck to see if it was to see if you guys, this is a deck that I use for twin flame. It's called Shadowscape. This is 6 of Cups. This is children, and right when that thing went off, that is crazy. But it's thinking about the past, sweeter times. I mean, it just kills me because somebody's not just here, but that with that Amber Alert, somebody's like going nuts right now because their kid or kids missing. 4 of Wands, 11, union. Somebody's really thinking about it. A new beginning. I think you guys are going to get that new beginning. You guys check out the twin flame. Yeah, look at that. Second chance, right where I split the deck. There's going to be a second chance. So, oh my gosh. And there's that 7 of Pentacles again. Wow, this is just reiterating everything. So there's the Emperor again. Divine Masculine. 7 of Pentacles. Waiting. So this is basically saying, wait. Stop triggering yourself and the other person. And I believe that one party here doesn't do well with the other person blowing off when things aren't right or when things are troubled, instead of talking through or being loving and supportive. There's some sort of learning and growing that needs to happen there, but this looks like it's going to have a second chance. Wow. I'm going to grab another advice card. Justice. Look at that. Some of you are dealing... Oh, wait, you are a Libra. So the 8 of Swords, the Justice card is when things balance out. We got 2 legal cards here. 8 of Swords, feeling trapped, tied. Okay, so again, I mean, I just feel like I'm repeating myself, but there's an element of someone is just feeling so trapped and unable to, like, stuck, paralyzed by not being able to speak the truth that they could have spoken before and didn't. High Priestess, 5 of Cups, sadness, 2 of Cups. two people that love. If you get a second chance with this person, now this isn't going to apply if this person has just treated you like, you know what, crap. But if it's all on the up and up, I mean, this needs to be two people who love each other, two people who show up, two people who express it. But for right now, pushing might turn them off. And also, of course, the way you go about it also. Don't over text, don't triple text, don't text at all if this is something that needs space to breathe. All right? I want to grab one more. So anyway, I'll put the links down below for the extendeds. They are timeless. I haven't done any in a while, but they're what I do instead of personals. They're almost personal, and they're a fraction of the price, and they really do come through like personals. So if you're in a twin flame, you might want to, or just a soulmate on and off, you might want to check that out. So here's that manifesting. So manifest some of the time and energy you put into this. Make sure you're manifesting other things in your world. I have found the one that my soul loves. I just think someone here needs to chill, super chill. Try to be a rainbow in someone else's crowd. So you got to give this person grace, and I think give yourself grace. Okay? Because everyone's just trying to get their own needs met. That's normal. And we're not all equipped the same way. Okay, you guys, let me know if this was helpful, how it was helpful, and yeah, it's not over, so let it breathe, okay? All right, I'll see you in the comments. Bye, Libra.